people? Happy New Year's! 2018, Dr. Noob Sauce is coming back to you with a new video. I've been actually enjoying the holidays, enjoying my Christmas, but happy holidays, Merry Christmas, or whatever you celebrate. I got an awesome little Christmas gift this year from Susie, and she gave me the Kaloud Micro from Shishabucks. I've been eyeing this little thing for, I don't know, months now. You know, I really like their design. I really like the portability of their hookahs. This thing is perfect if you're constantly smoking at friend's house, or you don't have that much space and you need all the area that you're smoking. This thing will fit basically anywhere. It's very light, very easy to clean. It smokes great. And it works with all different types of devices. You can use the hose that comes with it, or you can use your own hose that you want. It has a extra grommet, so it will fit nicely. So let's get into talking about it. When it comes to the Shishabucks Micro, one of the big selling points for me, and one of the things I was super excited about, was the cleaning of it. It's so simple. Now this part here has the little, I guess the Purge valve ball bearing, and as you see, the stem, very tiny, easy to clean, easy to rinse out. Everything is pretty detachable for the most part. Now when you have the base plate here, you could just really rinse it with a little bit of soap and water. It cleans itself for the most part. I had this light, I had a couple suction cups on it. Pretty simple to get off, just pull it off, boom, it's over and done with. Now I know some people are asking about, how do you get the little ball out of there? Well, I took a little the blunt edge of a spoon here, and I kind of just dug in on the side. There really is no easy way to get this out, but it's not also too difficult either. You just go in there, you pry it out a little bit. It is like a hard rubber latex, because sometimes the shisha will get stuck at the bottom in there, and in order to get it out, you need to really get that plastic piece out, or the ball will block it from being rinsed. And like always, you know, pretty simple, just get it back in there. You know, it all fits right back together. It's hard rubber latex, so it'll pop right back in. And that's how you would get basically all the little shisha that comes down the down stem, and you get that out. Now, easily here at the base, some soap and water. I was able to get this nice little brush off of Amazon. They're relatively cheap. Able to get in there really easy, get the sides and stuff. You know, a little soap and water, you get all that excess flavor out. It hasn't failed me yet. As you can see, it's super easy to rinse all this stuff out. You know, like, I'm able to do this in my sink. Before, I had to really go into the bathroom. You know, it was kind of a really tedious process. With this, you just, you know, everything's really tiny, really easy to clean. I've also found this little tiny brush where you can just get in the downstem really easy. Look at that. Super simple. And you're done. Now, I did get some messages on Twitter and Instagram earlier this week when I first announced that I got this. And I wanted to show people how easy it is to actually, you know, pack it away and you know, basically get it ready for storage. Here I am, just, you know, easily taking the pieces apart. I've seen a couple good videos, a couple techniques on how to do this. There's no way that they tell you you have to do it, but this was the easiest way, is to break down all the stem pieces, put them in each corner of the container, and then you can just kind of roll up the hose and throw it in there. It doesn't matter if you throw the garment or the diffuser part, you can just get that in there. Now, I wanted to get it in there in one shot, but it was too big to fit through, so, you know, you kind of just, you know, put one in there and just snake it around. Pretty simple stuff. It's pretty easy. Everything has a lot of space in there to fit. Nothing is really being forced in there. And you can even throw the light if you wanted to in there. And then you just put the base plate on, and you're ready to travel just like that. You can clean the whole thing in like less than 5 minutes. You get it together, and you can put it away in even less that time. You know, and boom, it goes right inside the case. I mean, come on, the thought process behind this was perfect. Look at this, ready to go. And, of course, my roommate decided to just grab all of his stuff in the middle of the filming process. So great. Thank you, Andrew. This next video here, I kind of wanted to see how fast I can actually unpack it if I was going to a friend's house, assemble it, and basically get the hookah ready to go. Now, I didn't speed up any of this footage, and I didn't alter it, so we're just going to see how quickly I can do it. I couldn't find a timer, so, you know, sadly, you gotta just watch me do this. But as you see, basically, there's not many pieces. There's not much to it. The down stem goes in. It basically clicks in, fits really good. Everything fits right on. The little base Purge has a little stopper, so you don't have to worry about putting in too much. You just fill it up with some water. Shishabucks, way to go. A+ for you. And boom, you're ready to smoke. Now, if you can get your own hookah ready that fast at a friend's house, send me that video and show me if you could do it faster than this. And just like that, if the head was already ready to go and the coals were ready to go, you're ready to smoke. Now, I believe the price point on this thing was about, geez, I think $160, $170, which is going to be your average price point for something that's worth spending money on as far as hookahs go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so here is the micro. Let me turn it, because there is a little bit of friction at the bottom. There's going to be these little plastic things that prevent you from turning it, so it doesn't just spin when you pull the hose. The thing isn't going to spin, which is great. So we're going to just turn this a little bit so you can see where the headline's up here. So when you put the bowl on, you're going to see a little bit that sometimes there might be a little air escaping. I usually put an extra grommet down here, which I think I have one somewhere, or I did have one. There was an extra grommet down here before. You're going to have an issue where maybe the bowl doesn't sit right, so I always put an extra grommet there. It should fit a lot better, a little bit more snug. Hopefully it doesn't keep raising up. Now, this thing smokes fantastic. I love it. It's my new personal favorite. It's kind of like, this is mine, don't smoke out of it. I'll make you a hookah and any of the other hookahs I have here in my house if you come by and smoke. I do have an issue with this thing. My one issue is that the top part here also doubles as the tray, which is an issue if you like to smoke out of traditional heads with the foil on top. If you move, or if you put the coals on the edge and they fall off, they hit this thing right here, and they could potentially fall off onto the floor, and before you know, you have a burnt rug or a burnt floor. It does have little tiny grooves on the top here to kind of prevent that, but as the coals become misshapen and stuff as you smoke on a traditional head, it will create a problem if they get knocked off, because these little grooves aren't really going to catch it. So that is my only issue, that there is no tray, and there's no way to put an actual tray on top of this. I tried, but you will be blocking the hose port. So there's that. But otherwise, this thing smokes great. I compared it to my other hookah, and we were comparing Kaloud output, and this thing does really good with the Kaloud output. I'll show you really quick again. You heard me talking about the Purge, right? So we are going to purge this whole thing out. So let me get a little bit more smoke in here. God, I love this thing. This thing is my favorite right now. So let's purge this out. Now I'm going to blow in this as hard as I can, just to demonstrate to you that the purge valves work fantastic. Ready? And just like that, it is blown out. Brand new. Let's get smoke back into it. Now, you can't ask for a better purge function than that right now. Like, out of all the hookahs I have right now, this is my favorite. This works well. And I'll purge it a little bit slower so you can see as it's coming out of all the ports. Well, except for this one here is a little jammed. Hold on, let's see. Okay. Now let's try the purge a little bit slower now so you can see them more being used. Now, if you notice what I noticed, right here, it didn't purge out as well as it should have, but since it has 4 purges, it's never going to be an issue. That time it purged, and that time that one activated. So with this thing, you can purge to your heart's desire. It works great. Good clouds, good purge, good design. Only gripe is the tray up top. Other than that, it's fantastic. This thing is definitely a buy. For the price, it's about 165, 170 bucks. I put the link down below. You can check it out. Yeah, do it. Do yourself a favor. I know a lot of people, a lot of my friends were like, oh man, how well does this work? Well, here you go. I'm showing you now. Enjoy. Like always, I'm Dr. Noob Sauce, and down below, please let me know if you have any questions about this thing. What are your thoughts if you're using it? Would you like to see any design changes? Would you like to see them maybe add a tray somehow, like maybe a functioning tray or something that they could put on to keep from all those traditionalists out there who like to smoke with the traditional heads to have the coals stop running off the thing. But anyway, I'm Dr. Noob. Like always,